Now you're probably wondering to yourself, where have I been all this time? Well, maybe you're probably not, and I'm just speaking out of my ass like I normally do. But I'm gonna tell you anyway. Basically, I've been busy doing other things, such as playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which came out recently. It's a pretty good game, believe it or not. Same thing with I've also been spending my time playing Call of Duty, as well as The Legend of Zelda, Pokemon. Just a number of different things that aren't Kingdom Hearts. So I haven't had a chance to upload any videos because doing that, transitioning from one job position to another, it just relatively keeps you busy. Anyway, point is that I want to talk about something that I usually don't talk about, and that's anime. Last year in 2019, we actually got a lot of good anime. The majority of it I have not seen, but there is one anime in particular that actually stuck out to me, mostly because YouTube kept recommending it to me for some reason. I don't even understand. I watch one Saber Spark video and then like all this stuff starts popping up on my YouTube channel. Maybe it's a coincidence, I don't know. Anyway, the anime turned out to be Beastars. And Beastars is a very interesting story. Personally, I actually really enjoy it. It's a very down-to-earth, sort of this pseudo idea of, I guess the simplest way I can put it, it's basically like an anime version of Zootopia. If you haven't already seen stuff with that already, talked about how it's so close to Zootopia in terms of basically its message. Which I'm pretty sure Beastars came out first, if I remember correctly, but I'm not too sure, even though Zootopia was in development for a long time. Beastars is not only just an enjoyable anime, it's also an enjoyable manga. But for those people that don't know what Beastars is, I'm just going to read a little excerpt from what I've seen on the manga reading websites. Beastars is a world populated by anthropomorphic animals, herbivores, and carnivores who coexist with each other. From the adolescence of Cheriton School, school life is filled with hope, romance, distress, and uneasiness. So you can already tell from that it starts off pretty much as a regular sort of, oh, it's just one of those high school drama sort of animes. Yeah, but believe me when I say the freaking story gets weird. It gets very weird as time goes on, especially if you're really into the manga. And I'm 160 chapters in. I'm pretty sure the recent chapter just came out 2 days ago. And let's just say there's some crazy stuff that's been introduced. Stuff that to the point where the main character, I'm pretty sure, is about to get forced against his will into doing something with another female character. So, yeah, it's getting interesting. But at the same time, it's introducing a lot of stupid stuff into it. Let me put it this way. The manga, as well as the anime itself, which tends to cut out some things, even though that the first season is actually really good, I recommend watching it when it comes to Netflix. And it starts off as this down-to-earth story, basically about what you can make an equivalent to is racism and discrimination, and of course any other prejudice that you can think of, except that the world is just told through the story of animals rather than people, which, as I've said with Zootopia before when I reviewed it a long time ago, that doing stuff with animals in these sort of situations can probably speak to people more, because animals are a universal thing. Where as far as some people can say, well, I don't really understand that demographic, or I really don't understand this demographic. With animals, people can all sort of relate to them. Everybody likes cats or dogs or lions or whatever else you're into as far as animals. Heck, we have documentaries just watching them just in their natural habitat, for Christ's sakes. So, it's not too far-fetched watching them in more of a realistic setting. Now, I use the word realistic, even though later on the story starts to get pretty ridiculous. There's a whole war thing in the past, and even from there it starts getting a little too far-fetched, but I guess it's not too unbelievable when especially you consider that the artist for the manga is actually the daughter of the artist who does the Baki manga. Now, to be honest with you, I never read Baki. I've never even seen the anime, except for just a few clips, but from what I've seen on a synopsis on places like Reddit or the Baki Wikipedia, yeah, I know, fabulous sources by the way, I can honestly say that there are definitely some similarities between her and her father's writing. But for the most part, I kind of like when the story is venturing into these scenarios of will they and won't they, as you have a main character called Legosi, who is a wolf, who is attracted to this female character named Haru, who is a rabbit. And it sort of has like a will they, won't they get with each other sort of relationship, but at the same time his primal instincts keeps kicking in and just destroying that, absolutely destroying any chances that he can possibly have with her. But as the story starts to progress along, he starts to figure out exactly how to control those instincts and sort of become a better person for Haru. And in that regards, it's very sweet. And then you have the other side of the story, which is basically about power-ups and chimeras and this sort of like God Jesus thing, hybrid. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very weird. The manga hasn't touched on that in a while, but who am I kidding? You're probably not even going to read the manga. Anyway, check out the anime, if anything. Well, this really isn't a long video. I just wanted to make this just because I really want to talk about Beastars and the fact that we got some really decent anime in 2019. I still haven't seen the 4th season of My Hero, so I'm definitely going to have to catch up on that, even though I am completely caught up on the manga and I know exactly what's going to happen. Oh boy, for the people that watch the anime, there's going to be some crazy stuff coming up next for My Hero Academia. Anyway, Beastars. Yeah, it's something that I really liked and I really wanted to talk about. I want to completely go into more depth into that sort of thing, but unfortunately, I'm not the type of person to like write a script for these videos. I just kind of just throw up the camera and just say whatever comes to mind, which isn't a good mentality, especially if you're, doing something more important like a job interview or something. Either way, you should always be prepared with your speeches and not be like me and just throwing it out there. But considering that The Rise of Skywalker turned out to be my last review on this channel, basically these pseudo, which is a word that I seem to like to say now, these pseudo kind of sideline videos are going to be more or less like mini reviews. So I'll just talk randomly about something that I personally enjoy. And honestly, I'm looking forward to more Beastars and whatever other animes that we get out there. I still have to see Fire Force and Demon Slayer and a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm definitely going to try to get a chance to see that. But until then, yeah, that's all I got. Just wanted to talk about this one because I really enjoyed reading the manga and watching the show. So, yeah, it's good. That's all I got. Bye. If you click on the video, I just want to say thank you for watching, especially all the way till the end. I just pretty much just ramble on in this. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of just wanted to throw up something on my channel, talk a little bit about something that I like. And I actually got another video that I'm about to throw up in a few more minutes. So yeah, thanks for coming out here, checking out the video. Leave a like if you can, blah, 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 all that good stuff. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.